There are times in our lives that the Lord will lead us in a different direction to build our character that will give Him glory. Les Taylor, you know him as the lead vocalist and the rhythm guitarist of the country pop band Exile, with hits like I Want to Kiss You All Over, Give Me One More Chance, and She's a Miracle. And he has appeared on the Grand Ole Opry over 100 times. Through the years, Les has stood by his choice, made long ago that no matter what life brings, he will praise the Lord's name. This is his story. This is today's Nashville. This is Faith. Les, I am thrilled to sit down with you here in Nashville.
Well, thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
I was just so excited that you wanted to be on our show. You know, I grew up with some of your songs. Mm-hmm. I Want to Kiss You All Over.
Oh, Lord.
How many times does everybody ask you to sing it? Can you just sing just a chorus?
I want to kiss you all over. Mm-mm. And over again. I feel it.
That's okay.
I want to kiss you all over. Bum, bum, bum.
Thank
Till
you.
the night closes in. Till the night closes in.
Do you sing it every time you go on?
Yeah.
Out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
if we didn't, it's our most requested song to date. And
Is
that
it
was
really?
1978.
I know.
Yeah, it's if we didn't do that song, the folks wouldn't like it too much, and we wait till like actually the last song of the show to do that song. And if we didn't, like I said, they'd probably throw cans at us or whatever.
Well, tell me how you got into music and growing up. You grew up in
London, Kentucky.
London, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I grew up on a 40-acre farm. My mom and dad, I'm the youngest of 9 kids. I grew up on, like I said, the 40-acre farm, and then we sold that like in 59, I think, maybe. We were living like halfway between London, Kentucky and Manchester, Kentucky, coal mining country. And we sold that place and moved into town, into the city limits of London, Kentucky. And that is when I started playing guitar. My cousin and I, he's from August to December, older than me. And
How old were you?
I think I was like 12 and a half. We started playing guitar. Both of us started playing the very same day. His father had an old K F-hole acoustic guitar, and we learned how to play on that until we could get better instruments.
So what happened after that?
Back in those days, instrumental groups were real popular. And you had guys like Dwayne Eddy, Johnny and the Hurricanes. All those groups were instrumental groups. And we started playing. We formed a group called the Wanderers. It was myself, my cousin, a guy named Roger Bentley, Freddie Aiden on saxophone, Sam Grigsby on drums, and Bill Bruner on bass guitar. And we did instrumental stuff for the longest time. And I was sitting in homeroom on a Friday afternoon waiting for school to be out, and over the intercom it said, the Wanderers will be performing for our sock hop at the high school gym this evening at whatever time, 7 o'clock or whatever it was. And I thought, wow, that's nice. Wish they would have told me. So we played that night, and we made $4 a piece. And there was a skating rink south of town. And word got out there before we could make it down after the show. The guy's name was Lester Finley. He owned the place, and word had gotten to him that we had a group, and we went down, and he talked to us that night. It was a great hamburger place and restaurant, and had a skating rink in the back. And we went down there after the show to get something to eat, and he hired us to play every Thursday night at the skating rink after he got word that we had a pretty good band, I guess. I don't know if that was the word he got or not, but he hired us. So.
Well, after that, how did you become a member of the Exile band?
Exile started playing in Richmond, Kentucky in 1963. Then I started playing when I was in 1963 with a group from London, Kentucky. Well, later on, I joined a group from down the road in Corbin, Kentucky, which was 12 miles away. Started playing with them, a group called the Ovations. And we played up in eastern Kentucky at this youth center. And Exile would perform there on different nights, but on occasion, we would perform with them. They would set up on one end of the building, we would set up on the other end of the building and switch off sets. And so as time went by, their guitar player went into the service. And J.P. Pennington, who is the only original member, founding member in the band at this point, I went to see them in 1965 or 66, I believe it was, at a place that they performed at in Richmond, Kentucky, all the time, or a lot, called Specs. So I went down to see them, and I heard that J.P. was playing bass at the time, and I heard their guitar player was leaving, so I told J.P., I said, and I didn't even know J.P. played guitar, but I told him, I said, if you guys decide to take on a guitar player, I said, I would love to be that person. And he said, okay. So 15 years go by. And I was playing in 1979 at a club in Lexington called the Camelot, and we played there. I was working there. I had been there for about a year. So I became real disenchanted with that. So JP came in one night, and it was talent night, and there was some people up on stage performing, and I was standing out talking to him, and he said, things aren't working out with the person that we have now that's singing with the band. He said, if the opportunity came up, would you be interested? And I said, yes. When? So they hired me. My first show was August 10th, 1979. We got on a Learjet and flew from Lexington, Kentucky to DuQuoin, Illinois, and opened for England Dan and John Ford Coley. So I thought, okay, this is nice.
You know, God has really taken you on a journey, starting from Exile, and I remember reading that you had a very low point in your life, and we're going to talk about that when we come back.
All right.